Hi, sixth graders. Hope you're doing fine. Okay, you have very long words this week. So the first word is void. When you have a void, you have an empty space. So usually we say when you enter an empty void and out of outer space, it means it is very empty. There's when we say another way of saying void, you feel a void in your heart. So that means you don't feel it. You feel empty. I mean, that's a bit sad. Maneuvering is a skillful or clever move of action. So when you maneuver, they say watching the skillful maneuvering of the astronauts. When you maneuver something, you're going to move or maneuver something. Deliberately or done or said with careful thought. Slowly or as though allowing time for decision. So in an example here, slowly and deliberately the shuttle approached the telescope. So it came again, like they say, slowly. So read, you're going to see in the story. I'm going to explain them when I read the short story. Compartment is a separate section. So compartments usually are small little places with control panels. Handshake is an act in which two people grip and shake each other's hand. So this is a handshake. Bloodstream is the blood flowing through the body. So in this case, the bloodstream is when you know that your blood flows around all over your body. We don't see it as it's hidden from all our skin. So I will read you the short story that is called A Surprise in Space. So the commander was concentrating on maneuvering the spacecraft. Like I said, maneuvering is like driving. So it would not collide with the passing asteroid. Suddenly, another astronaut walked in the door to the bridge, crossing behind. Her handshake was deliberately. So that means that it was willing. They really want. They did it deliberately, so they did it on purpose. Deliberately firm as she greeted the commander. The two astronauts discussed that the recent alien virus, which caused a low iron level in the bloodstream of the infected person. Then the commander took his visitor on a tour of the spaceship. They stopped to examine the compartment of the reinforced steel that stored the computer data about the trip. Later, the commander carefully opened the outer door to the spacecraft so they could take a space walk. He thought his visitor was right behind him. But when he turned around, the other astronaut had vanished. He seemed to have disappeared into the void. Oh! What happened? So he wasn't back and suddenly he disappeared. This is like a story that is a bit spooky. So, how did the visiting astronaut greet the commander? Remember. And you have to tell me not just with this vocabulary word. It is 3 words with a what? And it is written. What was the main symptom of the alien virus? So when you find the word virus and it's going to tell you what is the main symptom. Where was all the computer data stored? They were stored in a small place made of steel, remember. What seemed to have happened to the visiting astronaut? Shh. He seemed to vanish where? Into nowhere. Look at your vocabulary. And who do you think the visiting astronaut was? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We don't know. Maybe it was something we don't see every day, and that person was doing what? Was spreading the virus? Who do you think? Who do you think was spreading the virus? Was it your mom? No. Read the story. Weird things are happening in the story. So read it. I find it funny. So read it and answer the questions correctly. Bye.